For the first time in 2 years, there will be in-person Canada Day festivities across the capital, including a concert at LeBreton Flats.
It's expected to be a big turnout, but there are protests expected as well. CTV.
A Canada Day tradition in the city that hosted a unique gathering in the winter.
Freedom! Freedom! Live right now in Ottawa for this possible protest here. City News.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Canadian Policing Explained video. Please like and subscribe and help me grow this channel. Our topic today is Canada Day in Ottawa and why it is so hard to police, especially in 2022. I'm going to be going over 4 of the main reasons this event is so hard to police. So thanks for watching and enjoy. The biggest reason why Canada Day in Ottawa is so hard to police, especially this year, is because of the overall atmosphere that is being created. If you're not familiar with what's happening in Ottawa right now or what's happening around Canada, essentially there is a large group of misinformed individuals joining something called the Freedom Movement. The group alleges that their rights are being stripped away by the government with respect to mandates and emergency legislation put in place to protect Canadian citizens from COVID-19. And also, just to digress quickly, in terms of COVID-19, in law, it is something called foreseeable harm, which the government has to protect its citizens from. Anyway, in February of 2022, the largest show of force was seen when freedom demonstrators occupied downtown Ottawa for weeks. Ottawa is usually bustling downtown, designed very similar to New York City in a grid manner, was overrun with large semi-trucks and personal vehicles. Thousands of demonstrators from this movement refused to leave and overwhelmed the Ottawa police. Taking 3 weeks, the Ottawa police gathered thousands of officers from all over Canada with the powers of the Emergencies Act. On the 4th weekend, lines of hundreds of public order units stretched out and attempted to retake the downtown core. The state of lawlessness was coming to an end. As police moved in, they were assaulted and attacked. Nonetheless, police were able to push through the large crowd and retake downtown after a tough 3 full days of action. A large rally of members of the Freedom Movement are planning on returning to Ottawa on Canada Day to reoccupy downtown Ottawa. Police have assured the worrisome citizens of Ottawa that this will not happen again. The Ottawa Police has reached out to several police services across the province, and several public order teams will be ready to deploy at a moment's notice. Police have promised that any attempt to occupy downtown Ottawa will be dealt with very quickly. With public order units in place, frontline units are able to address the thousands of people celebrating Canada Day downtown throughout a 24-hour period. The Freedom Movement is a far-right movement, and just blocks away from this demonstration is another protest. This protest is in front of the American Embassy to Canada. The protesters are protesting the SCOTUS overturning Roe v. Wade. This crowd is mostly left-wing. Looking through past interactions, the left and the right wing do not usually get along, especially in protest settings. This creates an even bigger policing challenge as 2 morally opposed large and angry groups are within punching distance of each other. This threat of a public order emergency on Canada's birthday is just one of the truly challenging parts of policing Canada Day in the capital this year. The second challenge is the unknown number of attendees. Police must grapple with celebratory crowd sizes that can range anywhere from 4,000 to 100,000 people. To make this even worse, the celebrations take place over a 24-hour period on July 1st. And we'll go over that in the next section. There's a lot more to go on. So with the police preparing for thousands of protesters, hundreds of counter-protesters, and thousands of partygoers, police are expecting a crazy Canada Day. Estimating crowd sizes is one of the hardest things, and Canada Day's format makes it even worse. A large concert is being held free of charge downtown. This is expected to be one of the main draws, with performers like Lisa LeBlanc, Tenille Townes, Chantal Creviatu, Sarah Mee, DJ Shub, Bugat, Kelly Lauder, Sebastian Gaskin, Josiane Como, Rit, Gurdeep Pander performing at the morning show, and Charlotte Cardin, Sales Barbs, Walk Off the Earth, Ariane Moffat, Sarah Mee, Neon Dreams, Rit, Cindy Bedard, Sebastian Gaskin, and Gurdeep Pander performing in the evening. To top it off, a huge fireworks show will illuminate the skies of Ottawa at 10 p.m.
Everybody back up right now. Inside.
Go out of the way! Move, move!
Guys, this is a crime scene. Can we please clear the crime scene? Don't compromise.
With every large event comes a threat of terrorism and domestic terrorism. With so much going on in the world, police would be naive to ignore this aspect of planning. Vehicle exclusion zones and restricted areas are in place. Police will be visible at every point, and no cars will be permitted to park on the streets of downtown Ottawa. This decision comes nearly 2 weeks after a credible bomb threat shut down Ottawa's core. In October of 2014, a terrorist shot and killed Corporal Nathan Cirillo at the National War Memorial in front of Parliament Hill. He then hijacked a vehicle and drove onto Parliament Hill. He entered the center block, the most politically important block, where he was met by an unarmed Senate security guard. The terrorist, that's named Michael Zehaf Bibeau, shot the Senate security guard and continued on. Bibeau continued through the building, where he was confronted by about a dozen RCMP officers and engaged in a firefight with him. Sergeant-at-Arms Kevin Vickers, and for those who don't know, a Sergeant-at-Arms is a ceremonial security position in Canada's Parliament, dove around the corner while shooting his pistol. The shots came at point-blank range and killed Bibeau. This show of heroism by then Sergeant-at-Arms Kevin Vickers was beyond the call of duty. The fallout from the attacks led to a number of national security changes. The year after the attacks, a new agency known as the Parliamentary Protective Service was created to provide protection to all buildings within the Parliamentary Precinct of Ottawa. Today, the Parliamentary Protective Service stands strong with hundreds of members protecting the ground of Parliament, the Senate, and other federal buildings around downtown Ottawa. The threat of terrorism became real for so many Canadians that October. The federal government raised the terrorism threat level to medium in October of 2014, and it has not changed since. Fourthly is that Canada Day produces a very particular crowd of people later into the evening. Police are tasked with watching celebrations in Ottawa's Byward Market, where there are dozens of bars and clubs. The streets can become crowded, and it does not take long for things to go sideways. Drunken fights and disturbances riddle Lower Town with disorder. The OPS deploys ESU teams and NRT teams to deal with the mess. Parties in this area can range on until the next day. The fifth and final reason Canada Day is so hard to police is because of the amount of area police have to cover for a period of over 24 hours. In fact, police will have boots on the ground from June 27, 2022, all the way to July 4th, 2022, which is 3 days after Canada Day. Let's look at downtown Ottawa quickly. See how much area they have to cover? Oh, wait, I'm not done yet. This isn't the full map. So let's expand the map out west to where the main events are taking place. Oh, and I forgot, we actually have to expand the map out east to where all the bars and clubs are. This is the zone that police have to look over. Oh, but we cannot forget Ottawa's University District, known for disorder at parties. This amount of area is absolutely crazy. Seriously, take a look at the screen right now. And to think that all of this needs constant police surveillance is absolutely astounding. Policing Canada Day is no small feat and is something that emergency planners will be studying for decades, surely.
I want to assure everyone that the RCMP, Ottawa Police, Police de Gatineau, and the Parliamentary Protective Service are fully prepared to respond to any situation. The city's Emergency Operations Center will be mobilized to support the Ottawa Police Service and to coordinate city services throughout the long weekend.
Thank you for watching today's video. I will be downtown on Canada Day celebrating and recording some videos for my other YouTube channel. Let me know if you plan on celebrating in Ottawa in the comments below. Please like and subscribe as it really helps me grow this channel. make sure to check out our next video on the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and contract policing. Until then, toodles!